Well, hello everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. We are live right now at Montclair State University. There will be some people walking behind me, around me, and whatnot. So it's great. I'm actually right outside of the School of Nursing and the graduate school right here at Montclair State University. Just kind of, chilling a little bit. Had a great lunch here at the Student Center dining room, which is a kind of a room for faculty. They had a great lunch, so I had that, and then kind of after that I kind of chill there and do kind of some of my writing and some of my production and stuff like that. And it's a great place to just chill after lunch. So again, it's great to be here. If this is your first time with me, I want to take the opportunity to say welcome and thank you for joining me. If you're coming back, I want to take the opportunity to say welcome back and thank you for joining me again. So I don't know if you guys know that we start our shows every single week with what we call a master topic. Yeah, so a master topic starts on a Saturday, and it actually finishes, yes, guys, it finishes on a Friday. So it'll be tomorrow. So we have basically a series. Right now we're in series 4. And at the end of this year, we will be out of series 4. We'll be on the air officially 4 years in a row, and then we will be starting our 5th year. Again, there's going to be different people around me. There's some different groups around, fraternities, and people walking around campus. So again, just kind of the hybrid here of being in a live university. So if you're hearing some sounds or hearing people saying stuff, again, this is not a controlled environment. So I apologize for that up front. But again, it makes it kind of fun, doesn't it? Okay. So the granular topic for today is perseverance and endurance, series 4, show 47, episode number 6. All right. So if, by the way, if you're thirsty or whatnot, I mean, I have right here in my bag, I actually have my RO water from home. Let me see if I can open my bag here. And I go to different parts of campus. Like I said, I can't really put my sunglasses on because otherwise I won't see the screen. So here's my RO water. You guys can see it or you can hear me popping it. Filtered 7 times. Feel free to go get yourself something, whether it's RO water, whether it's nuts, whether it's fruit, whether it's soda, whether it's something hot, whether it's something cold, healthy or not, that's totally up to you. And don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, of course, inspiring creations. All right, guys, without any further ado, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and guess what? We're going to go ahead and we are going to kick off this show. Yes, we are. And I am hoping that you guys get a lot of information out of the show. I've got a lot here for you. And if you don't, let's say, resonate with things right away, then, definitely try these things over and over again by visiting believemeachieve.com. That is after the show, all right? So, everyone, welcome to Inspirations for Your Life, the show that's all about helping you become a better version of yourself. All right. So it's Inspirations for Your Life. Again, the show where we're talking today about perseverance and endurance with, of course, myself, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. This clear episodic focus and each point that I'll be going over will be expanded into something that I think will really entice you. So again, welcome to the show. I'm your host, John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. We are live here at Montclair State University, right outside the graduate building and the School of Nursing, right here in Montclair, New Jersey. Like I said, because we're on a live campus, we may actually get people popping in, popping out. That's kind of the beauty of doing something, on a public campus, right? And public environments. We're trying to do more of this, by the way. So I'm an engineer. I'm a marketing specialist. I am a video producer, for those of you that don't know me, being a content creator and also a video journalist. And of course, I'm a podcast host and a coach. And I'm also a graduate student here and passionate learner at Montclair State University. So you've tuned into your daily motivational show, a place where resilience and personal transformation are at the forefront and center. So today's episode, like I mentioned, is all about perseverance and endurance, the unsung heroes behind every lasting achievement. Because success isn't just about speed or about talent, guys. No, it's not just about that. I think that's important to understand. It's not just about speed. It's not just about talent. It's about staying in motion, especially when challenges arise. You want to be calm. Perseverance and endurance. Yes. Let's get right into point number one. Endurance is strengthened under motion, not pausing. So if we pause during something, then we're obviously going to stop what we're doing. And so true endurance doesn't come from, well, standing still. The act of moving forward, even in small steps, is what builds lasting stamina in mental toughness. And, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens doing this over and over again. Number two, guys, longevity outperforms sprinting. It's not the fastest who always wins, but the one who's keep going, like the little engine that could. We've talked about that before. When others stop, sustainable success comes from pacing yourself over the long haul, right? If we're talking about a marathon, it's not about who can run the fastest. It's about who can maintain and sustain during the race so you don't burn out or get injured or whatnot. Number three, pace, not pressure. So that's what determines persistence. Working at a consistent, manageable pace fosters true persistence. And I think that's something a lot of people need to realize. These are not just words, folks. These are actual, powerful life lessons that I think will really inspire you. So pressure might cause some burnout. I got to warn you. But a sustainable rhythm fuels continuous growth. So when you get on a rhythm, you get on a track, even if something is a little bit challenging, that rhythm is what keeps you going, what keeps you motivated. Number four, guys, perseverance requires rest cycles. Even myself, when I get busy doing things, it's important to understand that I need a rest, just like you need a rest. No one can go full speed forever. They'll collapse. Even people in the marathon, right? In fact, if you talk to some of those people when they're coming off the marathon, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like they barely can walk. It's like they're going to fall over. And some people actually do fall over at the end and need some medical assistance. Strategic rest periods help you recover, refocus, and reignite your drive so that you can stay the course in life. Number five, keep moving through the mental fatigue. I know you're going to get mental fatigue. We all get it. We get that haze when things are not going exactly the way we want. And we're like, oh my gosh, what do we do next? What do we do? Even when your mind feels tired, a gentle forward motion helps combat fatigue. Don't quit. Adjust your output and continue pushing. It's not about, if you're at 5 and you're trying to get there, you don't have to push to 10. Maybe push yourself to 6 or 7. Don't burn out, but just keep enough momentum so that you don't stop. Like if you're pedaling a bike, for example, right? And if you guys remember to pedal a bike, if you pedal a bike and you stop, what's going to happen? Well, the bike is going to eventually slow down. And when it slows down and the wheels can't turn enough, the wheels are going to pretty much get ready to stop. And then the bike is going to become unstable and it's going to tip over. So you got to be ready with your feet so that you don't fall on the ground. Number 6, guys, progress counts more than any amount of perfection. Getting something done, even if imperfect, trumps waiting for flawless results. I know we all want things to be perfect. We all want things to be flawless, but that's not the real life. You see, when we learn from our mistakes, we're able to adjust. And I've said to you before, when we understand that we have to be able to measure something before we can make it better, that's the first key to success. That's the first key to being able to grow. If we don't know if we can measure something, well, then we could be spinning our wheels all day long and never know if we're going to get better. We know what a wise person once said, Einstein. If we do the same thing over and over again and we expect different results, well, that's insanity. Nobody here is insane, right? So progress builds momentum and it builds confidence, all right? Number 7, grit grows through repetition. Every repetition makes you stronger and more resilient. Perseverance is the result of repeatedly facing and overcoming challenges. That's important, guys. Stay steady. Number 8, when speed drops. Momentum can fluctuate. Don't allow slowness to derail you. Steadiness during the low energy periods ensures the journey continues, just like that bike I was talking about, right? If you don't keep pedaling, even if it's, you got to keep the bike pedaling a certain amount. If you can't keep the wheels spinning enough, the bike is going to slow down to a point that it's going to become unstable. Number 9, guys, recovery builds capacity. Intentional recovery periods, both physical and mental, expand your ability to endure longer, right? And accomplish more. There's many ways this can be talked about. One way is the heart, where the heart has resilience, and it's like the amount of power we have, but then it's about the way we have that storehouse that we can keep, going back to. And even more, guys. I think that's important to realize. Endurance thrives on inner rhythm. Find your personal pace and let it guide you. Internal rhythms foster consistency and help you withstand adversity. Number 11, guys, failure trains tenacity. Every setback is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Failure is a lesson in persistence. It's not a final verdict, folks, so don't let it put a nail in you. Number 12, feel fatigue, not the defeat. That's okay. Acknowledge when you're tired, but never accept defeat. Realize it's okay to rest. The best in the world always rest. Fatigue is temporary, perseverance is lasting. Remember that. Number 13, adjust energy distribution mid-motion. As you progress, shift your energy to tasks that need it most. Flexibility with focus is essential for true endurance. Number 14, sustain through structure. Structures and routines stabilize your efforts. They keep you accountable and they ensure you're staying on track, and even during tough times. What they also do, guys, is they're able to keep us above water and floating, because we're able to get that feel of confidence. And that confidence can come because of the dopamine, right? That natural high we get. So I think those are very, very important things. Number 15, micro rests. What the heck is that, John? Sustain mega efforts. Short, regular breaks fuel massive accomplishments. We talked about Pomodoro time, right? Where you work for so many minutes, you take a break for whether it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatever it is, and then you come back, and then at the end you take a longer break, right? And you keep doing that. And so you get these little mini breaks. So don't underestimate, folks, the power of brief pauses throughout your day. They're vital. The long game requires rhythm management. Lasting success depends on managing rhythms of activity and rest. So it's important that we balance activity. It's important that we balance rest. And when we balance the two, we start to get a harmony, right? For example, when we talk about, let's just say something not too technical, let's talk about air conditioning. When we have the right flow of hot air and cold air, well, we get good air conditioning, or we get heat. We have to have that circulation of the air. If we don't get that, then we're going to have either a room that's too cold in one condition or have a room that's too hot. Master this, and you'll outlast any obstacle that you're ever going to face, whether it's today, whether it's tomorrow, or any day in the future. Number 17, don't sprint problems that need stamina. Not all challenges require quick solutions. Some demand patience or resilience and an ongoing effort. Number 18, hard paths grow resilient habits. The toughest journeys build unstoppable routines and mental toughness for future challenges. Number 19, guys, perseverance is emotion tamed by motion. Consistent movement calms emotional storms and keeps you progressing through doubts and setbacks. And I know a lot of you on here saying, well, John, that's not me. Well, I'm not asking you to tell me it's you. You can do this all with yourself privately. And when you do that, I think you'll realize that, yes, this resonates with me, or no, this doesn't resonate with me. I had a client I was working with, and the client started to become, let's say, discontent with some processes. We were doing something the other day, and just the act of filling out a paper was getting them to be so like, I don't know, like, why do I have to do this? I'm getting tired of all this, right? And the other day, we were working on something, and the person got tired of me. Why? I bill. And the person thought that I was just going to keep doing things for nothing, even though they were getting a reduced rate. And I think sometimes in life, we give a little bit, but when we give too much, people take our kindness for weakness. And when that happens, you need to either change the relationship, change the boundaries, or say it's over. In my case, I just said, okay, right? Whether the person comes back or not, I don't really care, because to me, it's about respect, all right? And you should care about respect too. Number 20, output aligns with energy. Conservation. This is key, guys. Conserve your energy for what matters. Don't expand yourself on distractions. Efficiency boosts endurance. Number 21, strength expands when resisted properly. You know what I said? I said expands when resisted properly. The head-on grows strength and capability when we do it right. Push against obstacles, not away from them. Push against them, okay? Not away from them. That's important to understand. Number 22, guys, survive dips with discipline. Nobody likes a dip in life, but sometimes a dip is necessary. Low points happen like roller coasters. They go up, they go down. We're going to have high points in our life. We're going to have low points in our life. The key is that we don't stay low very long. So that it's like they go back and forth like an ebb and a flow. Low points happen. Unfortunately, guys, discipline is your lifeline through the rough patches. Stick to your plan and tide will turn. Number 23. Continue until clarity appears. Keep moving even when you're unsure. Persistence often leads to insight and breakthroughs. Number 24. Repetition rewires resilience. Every repeat resilience, it becomes a habit, hopefully a good habit. Practice perseverance until it becomes atomic, right? And when we get habits that are atomic, that's great. Like, me getting up in the morning wanting to do exercises and feeling that if I don't do them, I feel bad, right? So those are good habits to have. But we also can put ourselves, in our own prison by, saying we're not this, we're not enough, we're not that. And that's horrible. Number 25. Remember, fatigue does not equal finality. Feeling worn out doesn't mean you're done. Rest, recharge, and push on. Because perseverance leads to results. Number 26. Long-term focus simplifies endurance. Concentrating on your big picture goals makes short-term struggles easier to endure. Number 27. Manage energy through micro renewals, right? Refresh your stamina with quick, intentional renewals. Stretch, breathe, rest is needed, take a walk. And I think if we can do these things, they're like a reset for our body. And I feel that's something that's really, really important. All right. So number 28, guys, lasting performance relies on sustainable pace. I got to have some of my RO water here. It is a little cold out here, but not that bad. Don't really need gloves. So as I said, it's about the sustainable pace. So steady, moderate speed wins the race every time, even if it looks like you're not going to. Find your pace, stick with it, and you'll outperform any of the erratic efforts around you. There are going to be people that are going to be coming into your zone, let's call it, all right, or your energy. And there are going to be people that are going to leave your energy. The key here is when somebody falls out of alignment of your energy, don't try to chase them. Let them flow out of your energy gracefully. Number 29. Steady motion outpaces erratic speed. So consistency always beats unpredictability. Move in rhythm, not bursts. For enduring results matters. Think about playing the piano or playing the drum or playing an instrument. There's an ebb, there's a flow, right? Everything in nature has a flow. Like as I'm outside here and I'm looking at the trees, there's a certain cycle for how the autumn colors happen, how the trees shed their leaves, right? How the sun rises in the east and it sets in the west. We have a certain rhythm in how we walk every day. We have a rhythm in how we talk. The rhythm of how we walk, we call that a gait, our gating. We even have a rhythm to how we see. We have a rhythm to how we breathe. There is a rhythm to how we think. There's a rhythm to our heartbeat, right? What other rhythms do we have in our personal life? Well, we have a rhythm in lots of things we do. It could be brushing our teeth. It could be our smile. It could be our rhythm of laughter. So there are lots of different rhythms that happen in our lives. There's a rhythm of listening, okay? There is a rhythm of speaking. And when we have these ebb and flows, nature just kind of naturally takes care of itself. Number 30, guys. Endurance turns temporary into lasting. What feels challenging now solidifies into lasting traits. With ongoing motion, endurance transforms momentary effort into legacy. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize. So, like this client I was talking about here, um, you can do so many things for people, but what I found is that when the person becomes ungrateful, when the person starts to challenge, like maybe you're not charging them for some things, but then suddenly, you know, you charge the bare minimum that you do. Okay. And the other day, like I charged 2 hours. And I thought it was very fair because there was travel time. I had to make some inconveniences in my life to be able to accommodate this meeting. There was another person giving it. It was actually the state of New Jersey. And the person was very negative there the whole time. And then I even spent time helping them understand their meter and stuff like that. And they forget all these things they do and that I do. And then when I said this is what it is, how much you could charge me? Well, if I knew you were going to charge me that, then I wouldn't even have come. Like, do you think I just show up for free? Do you think I do a keynote for free? No, I don't. And so I said I don't work for free, but I've given you a good discount. And sometimes when people see you give, they take your kindness for weakness, and they feel they can push you. That's not great, guys. All right, it's not a good energy. Don't let somebody's negative situation put you in a position that is going to inconvenience yourself or that's going to harm yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. And usually the harm I'm talking about is, losing your energy. So transformation and renewal, guys, is very important. So as we uncover how continuous motion fuels lasting transformation, right? Continuous, not like a little bit of motion. And personal renewal, we can think about a few things. Every cycle of effort resets your energy, your identity, and your vision. Embracing renewals helps you grow, evolve, and refine your path in life. And I know you're probably saying to me, John, well, this doesn't apply to me. Okay, I didn't say it had to, but I'm just saying to you that everybody has perseverance and renewal and has these challenges. And if we're gonna play this hiding game, if it doesn't apply to me, you don't have to hide to me. You don't have to hide yourself. But if you do that, the only person you're really hurting, guys, is actually yourself. Unfortunately, I mean, that's what I need to tell you. So there are lots of rhythms. Excuse me. There's rhythms and so many other things in life. If we're to think right now of like nature, what are let's say what do you guys think? What are some rhythms? If I had to ask any of you right now that are watching, what are some rhythms in nature? And that might seem like a very odd question, but it's not. Rhythms in nature are pretty cool because if we understand nature as rhythms and we are nature, then I think that's a very cool thing that we're all coexisting together in nature, in this amazing ecosystem, in this world. As I said to you guys before, the energy that you put out, okay, comes back to you, whether it's negative, whether it's positive. So why not put positive energy out there? That person the other day and how they were rude to me. Will they come back? Maybe, maybe not. Do I care? Not really. Because I know that I was trying to help that person. And when they tried to basically throw me under the bus for wanting to charge them for a little bit of time, thinking that my time, just thinking about that my time is actually free. And it's not. But I'm here to tell you that people sometimes take our kindness for weakness. Yeah, and that's a bad thing. Um, Kindness for weakness. We all want to be kind in our life, don't we? Sure we do. But sometimes people they take advantage of us. And if they take advantage of us, then what are we supposed to do? I don't say we have to get nasty. Did I get mad? No, but I just put my foot down. I said, well, and I saw them being a little frustrated. So, oh, okay, I'll charge you for just an hour. And then, even after I made a concession, they came back and said, I'm getting a little tired of this whole thing. So, daily rhythms, our sleep and wake cycles in humans and animals, they are daily rhythms. Did you know that? Yes, our sleep cycles are daily rhythms. Plants opening, closing leaves are daily rhythms. Birds singing at dawn. Monthly rhythms like tides rising and falling. Some animals' reproductive cycles are linked to lunar phases. Coral spawning time with full moons. Seasonal rhythms. We have migration of birds and whales, leaf color changes, and tree dormancy. Seasonal breeding in many mammals, temperature and daylight changes. We have tidal rhythms, often tides affecting feeding and movement of coastal animals, certain fish and crabs, timing behavior, and with high and low tides. Life cycle rhythms, metamorphosis in insects and amphibians, growth and molting cycles, plant flowering and seed production, ecological population rhythms, predator prey cycles, lynx and hare and populations, seasonal blooms of algae, forest fire cycles and renewal ecosystems, the El Nino in the geophysical rhythms, La Nina cycles, Earth magnetic pole reversals, very long term, and weather patterns like monsoons. So everything has a rhythm. And I think that's important for us to definitely realize. So I want to thank everyone for listening to the Inspirations for Your Life show. Again, I am John Seeley, serial entrepreneur, and I'm your go-to source for motivation and transform ideas. If you want more guidance, which I know you do, or resources, and daily inspiration, visit believemeachieve.com, connect with me, and check out all my great content, and I'm going to see you real soon. Have yourself a good one, and remember, perseverance is not a one-time thing. It's a lifetime commitment.